Are you sure, Rich?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I have. It has already been purchased. It's a done deal. The deal is sealed. So I noticed it was 25% off, and you say that's if you own Bayonetta.
It is 25% off if you already own Bayonetta and if you pre-order it.
For those confused, on May 25th, they're taking pre-orders now.
Yeah.
Vanquish will be available on PC.
Vanquish!
It's a wonderful day.
This is a big day for Rich. And here's what we'll say. Thank you, everyone, for letting Rich know the big news. But there's two really important things. One, Rich it doesn't use our Twitter, both the prereqs or my personal Twitter.
Jack's mic is off, disconnected, low, whatever.
Shit. Bop. How about now?
Bop, ba, da, ba. Talk.
Hi. Hello.
I think you're just low.
Hello.
Which one is that? Yellow?
I think I'm 4. I should be at 5. Like
You're at 4.
I'm at 4. That's why. There you go.
I got you at 5.5.
No. Put me at 5.
That big a difference?
Huh? Oh yeah, that big a difference. And yours number 1 should be at 5 as well.
I'm at like 4 3/4.
Okay.
Is probably fine.
That's probably good. Yeah. There you go.
We're not fucking with my mic. Only bad things can happen.
Right.
Yes, Vanquish hype train.
And once again, just thank you everyone for sharing. But I guess here's a quick tip. Here's a really quick tip.
I appreciate it. Jack is annoyed because he doesn't give a shit about Vanquish because Jack is a monster.
I've never played Vanquish. I'm sure it's a fine game. I guess here's what I'm saying is if you think to yourself, oh, I want to make sure that Jack and Rich know about Vanquish, and I want to tell them through their Twitter, you can actually see all the things that people have atted at us at Twitter, and just see if someone's already told us, and then you don't need to post it.
Thank you for sharing.
It's there was just a whole lot. There was just a whole lot of it, Rich, and I don't necessarily care about Vanquish. I need you know what I need, Rich?
What do you need, Jack?
I need a pillow.
A pillow?
I'm going to go get a pillow.
Should be one right in the other room, Jack.
I know. I'll be right back.
It's a glorious day.
It's a glorious day.
It's a glorious, victorious day. And we will talk about Strafe, but we needed to get this Vanquish talk out of the way because it was going to come up at least 30 times.
Right? It's very important. It's very important to me. I've been playing a lot of Strafe today, and it's very important that I have proper elbow support for my mouse. So that's why I needed this giant ass pillow. Okay, here we go. This is gonna take me I gotta find my groove. I was in a really nice groove before I came here.
Is it exclamation point create or is it create exclamation point?
I don't know. I've never created one.
How does the create work again?
Chat. How's this? This is good.
I want to create a exclamation point late. They already talked about the thing.
That thing you're asking about, they've already talked about it.
They already talked about the thing.
They're saying exclamation point create. Okay. Rich says we need to show you guys the tutorial, which will be great because that'll reorient me and make sure all my controls. So here's the tutorial for Strafe. This pillow is too big.
Oh no. How do I edit this? I need to edit this. Do I just create a new one, overwrite it?
Start by turning your head side to side and up and down. We need to confirm you can move your head. Thanks. I'm seeing good numbers here. Now if you could please increase your heart rate.
So far, I'm really enjoying Strafe. I think the issue that a lot of people are having is it's more roguelike than Doom.
Well, I think that's where the hate is coming from.
Yeah. This is a Doom roguelike, and it's more roguelike than Doom is, and any good roguelike, you know, you're talking your Spelunkis, your Isaacs. You want to move cautiously. Yes, they already talked about. Oh, Rich, you messed up again.
I no, it didn't overwrite it. I don't know how to change it.
Now they're saying yes, they already talked about th ting. It did overwrite it. You just messed up in the overwrite.
No.
How do you delete something you've created?
Let's get scrapping.
They pushed it as a Doom Quake roguelike.
I think the hate it's getting is the roguelike elements.
Right, but that was part of the push.
I know.
And so I think that's silly.
You have to be very cautious when playing this.
Absolutely.
And I think that is what people don't like.
Right. Oh,
You see the gameplay footage, and you want to run around shooting things.
Yes.
That's your instinct.
Right.
I'm going to turn our sound down.
Our sound down? Oh, on the TV, yeah.
Finding scrap off the job and selling it to the scrap
I kind of love the tutorial for this,
Yeah.
incidentally.
It's beautiful.
You earned your 10% cut.
It's beautiful, and by the way, like I know one part in particular was put in here specifically just for me, and I'm really happy about that.
What was this?
Large objects can obstruct your workflow. We found the best solution.
I'll show you. It's coming up.
And throw it in any direction out of your work zone. Icarus
This right here.
massive multi-level space
Oh!
make getting around manageable.
Because if you remember, we were playing the early demo
Yeah.
of Strafe, and I got completely lost as the developer was in the chat,
Yeah.
and the developer had to call me on Skype in order to tell me, hey, didn't you know you could move these things? Which, by the way, I did not. I did not know that.
You don't have your roots in like the classic id Software games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this part of the tutorial was in here was made just for me, and I appreciate that.
There's gotta be. They figured there's gotta be more people like you out there.
I'm sure. Well, and hopefully that's what they learned is like, hey, maybe not everybody. Okay, this pillow's too big. We need a smaller pillow.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
This is very important. It's very important.
You're a fucking prima donna.
Yep. I am a princess, and you will treat me like one. God damn it! This pillow is much better. Whenever I get fussy at home, that's Lisa's nickname for me.
Princess.
Princess Jack.
Princess Jack. Okay.
Because I do. I can get fussy. I can get fussy, and I can get really picky.
Jack, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. It's none of my business.
No, it's like, sometimes we'll be out and about, and I'll want a coffee, and like, oh well, hold on, let's go to a nice coffee place. Well, yeah, but there's coffee here. I don't want coffee here. I want coffee at a nice coffee place. Okay, Princess Jack. Okay, is this oh, I'm just getting food. Okay.
Finally, be careful when handling metal
Who?
crates aboard Icarus. They're pressurized to keep expensive
All right, so we're talking about strafe and roguelike elements.
Okay, so that's the thing is like if you're trying to go hard in any roguelike game, your Isaacs, your Spelunkis, right?
Yeah.
You need to be careful. You have to move slowly. You have to assess the situation. You need to be very cautious. That is a direct contradiction to your Dooms, where you want to rush into battle.
You want to kick ass.
You want to kick ass. And so there, like for the first couple hours I played this, I sucked.
As I did. I'm only a few hours into it, and I suck currently.
Yeah, because you have to be cautious. You have to take your time. You have to be careful. And I know for a lot of people, that might not be what they signed up for.
Do you know if you don't grab a weapon, you start with a wrench?
I did not know that. I want to do that.
Try. I've heard you get a wrench. Oh, there.
Look at that. Let's see what damage we can do. Probably not much. Die. This isn't going to be a good run here.
No, it's not going to be a good run because you have a wrench.
Because I have a wrench, right.
It's a nice Easter egg, though.
Oh, yeah. We'll see how good I can do with a wrench. Not very. Who's shooting at me? Oh, you dickhead.
You know what I would have think. You know what I think would have helped their reviews
What?
tremendously.
What is that?
Difficulty levels. Difficulty levels.
I don't know.
Have started off a bit more forgiving for the beginners.
Well, that's So for the backers, they're putting out a patch really soon.
Yeah.
And part of that patch is giving you more health on the starting level
Okay.
and making the starting level a bit easier.
Yeah.
And so like it's I don't think this is the type of game that needs difficulty levels. I just think
What would it hurt?
Huh?
What would it hurt?
that's not the roguelike way.
FTL has difficulty levels.
That's true. That's true. Right here.
Can we expect a Vanquish no death run on the Sunday it comes out?
On the Sunday it comes out.
Oh, you could probably expect it at 10th, but I have never pulled off a successful Vanquish no death run. Trust me, I will stream Vanquish. You're gonna play Vanquish now, right?
We have to.
That is the plan.
The plan. We have to do a prereq on it.
Yeah.
To complement your old game station. Right?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's still good. It's Question is, should we do one on this too? I know. I know.
Well, and I guess here's the thing. Is it going to be hard for us to be objective with this because we've talked to the developer, because we kickstarted it?
I know.
I have some things that I could talk about roguelike first-person shooter, but that's I'll ask you how into it you are.
I can get some more time, but if I'm into it or not, we can do a review on it.
Sure.
I could say, no, I wasn't into it. If I'm not into it.
Oh, well, that's what I meant. It's like how into a review you would be. Oh, that's right.
I can handle that.
Son of a bitch. I'll be honest, I kind of love having the wrench.
Oh my god, you're still on the wrench run. You're doing better than I thought you would.
I'm pretty good at this game. I think I came close to beating it on one run. And I'm hoping I run into the thing that changed, one, you have to, oh crap.
Yeah, you're fucked there.
Oh, I'm totally fucked there. Well, shit.
You have to run past it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You're under no obligation to kill it.
Come on.
It's some good scrap, but... Yeah, so you're going to show me some tips.
See, I can hit it with the barrel, motherfucker.
I guess we'll wait till after your wrench run.
Oh, well, and hopefully we'll just run into the thing that changed how I play the game. Ah, here it is. That thing.
What thing?
That thing right there.
Yeah, I know. They have scrap in it.
Huh?
They have scrap in it. I know.
Right. But they have more scrap in it. You can keep hitting it and more scrap
Oh,
comes
really?
out.
Well, that I didn't know.
Look at that.
Well, fuck.
Look at that. Look at all that scrap I just got. Look at my numbers.
That would have helped tremendously if I knew that.
That's what I discovered one time accidentally, where I shot it a couple times and more scrap kept coming
Yeah.
in. There's so much scrap in there. That helps tremendously.
One of the flaws, health. Health is hard to come by, easy as fuck to lose.
Oh, yeah.
Which for a roguelike,
That's par for the course, man.
Yeah, but
That's par for the course.
that adds to you playing very cautiously and slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, that to me is the biggest thing, which is like the two games that they're mashing together are a contradiction on one another. But I still think it works. Well,
the other problem I had, I didn't feel like I was getting many upgrades, because that's a key component of the roguelite, isn't it? Getting items that make you more powerful and kind of exponentially getting better, getting stronger.
Yours does this too. Every time I come into
Yeah.
this level, it chugs.
And this is on a decent computer.
Yeah, mine
I don't
too.
know what it's like on normal computers.
And like the rest of the gameplay's fine. It's just when I get into this area, it always goes chug chug chug
Yeah.
chug. Well, yeah, and you know the upgrades aren't like you get those little upgrades in the boxes that like have the here hold on the like see the skull, the
Right.
bullets. I have no idea what getting those do.
I haven't noticed much of a difference. You get those from the little crates.
Right. And I think like the skull is more
Damage? I'm not.
I would assume more damage. Shit. Oh, one hit kill. That's pretty nice. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
For a wrench run, I think you're doing pretty good, Jack.
Well, and I'm still getting my bearings using this on a new computer, and my mouse isn't exactly how I have it at home. This whole pillow situation is really throwing me off, is I guess what I'm saying. But see, yeah, you definitely have to play cautiously. You have to move with purpose here. We're gonna take this barrel, jump over the goo.
Potentially backfire. Oh, hey, yeah, you're clever, Jack. You're clever.
That I am.
Blowing up the thing.
See this guy?
Yeah.
He's gonna jump down. Bam.
I hate them. I hate them
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
they're great. They're great. That's a great enemy, man. An enemy that. What was that? Oh, that was just health. That's nice. An enemy that just makes you slow down and look up and look around and can catch you off guard. That's,
Yeah, it makes you slow down. We are talking about the reason people don't like this game is the slower pace.
Agreed. Listen, I'm saying I understand their complaints, and I even think it's a valid complaint.
Yeah.
Because it's a Quake. It's a Doom. It's fast. Die. I love the wrench run. Oh fuck. Fuck you. Ha cheese. And you know what? Sometimes you have to cheese enemies. Like if I had a machine gun, I would just wait for all these enemies to file down this hallway.
Oh,
and mow them
sure,
down.
sure.
There's a fair amount of cheesing involved.
Once again, just talking about the negative reviews it's getting,
Yeah.
that's part of that, though.
Oh yeah, no, and I hear it and it's valid. I hear it and it's valid. Look at those guys. Look at those dickheads. Shit.
All right, so keep hitting the crates, which is actually something I didn't know you could do. That is great. What else? What else do we have?
Is in classic roguelike fashion, like health and your shield, which is basically a second health bar.
Yeah.
Is priority number one. And then then unfortunately like a lot of it is just kind of get good, like oh, fuck. Dick. And then some of it is also luck, like making sure you get those upgrade stations that just so happen to give you the good things. Oh, you know what the other thing is, and I won't show it on this run. The other thing I discovered is reloading.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of Helldivers,
Yeah, you lose ammo.
where the number for how many reloads you have is how many clips you have, not
Yeah.
how many bullets you
Yeah.
have. I didn't understand that at first.
Oh, no, I got that fairly quickly.
Oh,
It
okay.
was-
Yeah, and I kept on wondering why I was running out of bullets because I was reloading every 2 seconds. I see ya.
Hey, you're making this wrench work for you, Jack.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to you.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks.
Jack, what's the name of your nunchunk?
This is the shit. What is it called again?
The
Frag Shark FX, and it's just a little joystick with some buttons and stuff. But it's perfect for games like this, especially like this is what I'll play with at home. Come on down here, Dick. It's basically a first-person shooter, Chuck. I see ya, dickhead. I love this wrench. I'm a big fan of the wrench. Oh, need a blue key. Need a blue key.
Why not just use mouse and keyboard? Comfort.
That's what it's all about. The thing I've always hated about keyboard is WASD. Retraining my fingers to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate.
He is still using a mouse.
I'm still using a mouse, which is the important part for precise aiming.
Yes, exactly.
So it's the best of both worlds.
All right. Mr. Bob Blocks... Mr. Bob Blocks Bobs. Bob Blocks Bobs. Capitals. And I've seen Bob Blocks Bobs before.
Oh, you know what? This time I'm only getting health in these crates because I don't have a gun. So
they're balancing it for you.
It can't give me gun upgrades.
You know what? I appreciate that. Says, love the Blade Runner audition.
Honestly, Rich, that was hilarious.
I wonder how that whole thing comes about. Who came up with it? How long did it take to shoot? And did Mike even tell Rich the plan, or did he just throw him into it?
You ready for a plot twist?
Other fucking way around, asshole.
Plot twist!
I saw the Blade Runner trailer, and I was looking at Ryan Gosling's just dead fucking face, and I was thinking, yep, that's definitely a Blade Runner movie. And I talked to you about it briefly, and then I went home, and the trailer popped up again on YouTube, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do a video. And I just sent Mike a text. I'm like, Mike, I want to do a Rich auditions for Blade Runner short. Mike texts me back, all right.
Yep.
See you tomorrow.
See ya. Yeah, and it was great. It's hilarious.
For the record, I think Blade Runner was boring.
Right. You think
if you're new to the streams, this has come up every now and then.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess most of us do, and I had no idea. It was like a J stream one day.
Yeah.
Many moons ago now. And someone in the chat asked about Blade Runner. And I'm thinking, oh, God, that movie's so boring. That's what I'm thinking. And then Jay responds to the comment. He's like, I don't really like Blade Runner. I think it's boring. And I'm just... We have to find that stream, because I probably do like a shocked look over at Jay. Because I never talked about it before. And I was like, oh, really? Wow, Jay too?
Right.
And then just recently, he doesn't feel that strongly about it, but Mike's kind of in the same boat.
That's shocking to me. Blade Runner is always that's usually like go to if you're an arty farty film lover, like Blade Runner.
Wait, it's beautiful. Look, it's Blade Runner. It's not like I don't want to love Blade Runner. I want to love Blade Runner.
Right.
Everything about that movie, it should be right up my fucking alley.
Absolutely.
You got fucking pre-Prometheus Ridley Scott.
Yep.
You've got Harrison Ford in his prime.
Oh yeah.
Sean Young, Rutger Hauer, great, good cast. A fucking beautiful, gloomy, gritty sci-fi world that is just fucking amazing visually.
Yep.
That they have fucking built. Kind of like a plot thematically. It's something I should like. Humanity. Where's humanity? And the robots. Where's the line? And everything about it. If you look at all of the elements, I should fucking love Blade Runner.
Yes.
I've tried to watch it 3 or 4 times in my life. I can never make it all the way through the movie.
That's shocking.
I've seen it in chunks.
Sure.
But it just bores me to fucking tears.
And that will never not be shocking to me.
And while it's just a trailer, maybe they will make a movie I like with this Blade Runner sequel, but I'm just staring at Ryan Gosling's face and thinking, yeah, this is going to be fucking boring, isn't it?
Oh, get off the ladder. Get off the ladder. Dickhead. Dickhead!
Maybe try the final cut. Release the... I've tried a number of different cuts. It's always fucking boring. I actually think it's fucking worse without the narration. Because you lose that noir feel. Because, noir is another thing I like.
Yeah, right.
And now it's just quiet and boring.
Great score, though.
Yeah, great score. Great, a lot of great individual elements. Then it comes together. It doesn't. It comes together boring. So that short, I am taking 90% of the credit for it.
As you should. Look at that. That helps.
Anonymous says, love the new short. Rich is such a compelling actor. The Midwest humor was great. Almost sounded like you've dealt with this before. I can't take credit for the Wisconsin joke. You should be able to dual wield the wrench.
Oh, like wrench and a gun? Or like
I'm-
two wrenches?
I don't know. I'm just reading things people say in the chat.
Sure. Son of a bitch, die. Thank you.
Humberto Cabbage Patch
Humberto.
has a question I kind of like here.
Okay.
All jokes aside,
Okay.
what is your prediction for how many Avatar movies will actually come out in theaters? That is a damn fine question.
Besides the first one, how many new Avatar movies will actually come out in theaters?
Yeah, how many of these 8 sequels that James Cameron has planned will see the light of day? You know, for that franchise that, even though it made a lot of money, everybody has already moved on and forgotten about it.
At most,
Yeah,
one.
one.
At very most.
I think I'd film them all at once to save money though, because if you've got them in the can.
Well, if they got them in the can, then they'll all come out. I don't think he's going to get anyone to distribute them, so I don't think any of them are going to see the light of day. I don't think they're going to get made.
Why hasn't one been made by now? I mean, it's been a number of years.
Right.
He's been talking about a sequel forever. Why didn't we see one 3 years after Avatar came out?
And this just goes back to me saying we're not going to see one. Where was that? Ah, here it is. I'm going back now so I can get a big piece of armor. Everyone, by the way. Yoink.
See, I'd rather be spending... This is one of my critiques of this game. I would rather be spending scrap on fun upgrades.
You do. Like, this is an adjustment period to me. Like, if you're good enough, you are spending scrap on upgrades. But, Oh, shit. There we go. But I'm not good enough this run.
Some brutal honesty from Jack Paggett. Brutal honesty.
Yoink. Ah, nice. Well, I have some health. Great. That's part of the game, Rich. Just part of the game. And, there's always that... With any roguelike, there is a luck element to it.
Sure.
So, sometimes you're going to have a better run than other times.
Wait, you know what? I'm going to say the modem noises,
Yeah.
too far.
This?
Too far.
Agreed. Like, I get it. It's 1996.
Yeah.
Here's,
Too jokey. Too blatantly jokey.
Well, this is what I was going to say is this is supposed to be from 1996, and in 1996, everyone hated that noise.
Right?
Now it's like a funny thing, like, aha.
And you would use it for a door opening sound
Right?
effect. Now, if you had a multiplayer mode in this, fake modem noises while you're connecting to the match,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Agreed.
Do we expect another Star Wars trilogy after Episode 9, or do you guys foresee a series of one-off films after that? No, they're gonna keep milking it for all they can. They know that Episode whatever carries more weight than a Star Wars story does.
Oh yeah,
So it's gonna be never ending.
absolutely. Never ending.
Yes, they might skip to 12 and do a second prequel series after that. They might.
Might skip to 12.
Somebody in the chat saying they'll skip to episode 12. Like, you know, because it started with 4. Actually, it started with just Star Wars, but then in one of the video releases, they shoved an episode number in there. That was all done after the fact.
Right. Star Wars wasn't called A New Hope until well after the fact. Fun fact. There we go. Shit.
The title crawl might have said A New Hope, but it did not say episode 4 originally. The original theatrical release does not have an episode number.
On the poster. I don't think it was called Star Wars A New Hope.
Not in the poster, never.
Right. That's what I was talking about. I don't know about the crawl.
Back in the day, before the mid-90s, when people referred to it, they just called it Star Wars. It was Star Wars and Empire and Jedi. They didn't say A New Hope, Empire, and Jedi. Back in the day.
Right.
No one I knew, at least. And someone saying it just said Star Wars in the crawl. So A New Hope was added later, too. Interesting.
I believe it.
Annie Gamor says, what camera and audio mixer do you guys use for streaming?
We use my Zoom H6, which we have these microphones. These are XLR microphones that are plugged into the Zoom H6, which allows us to have up to 4 inputs that are each individually leveled.
Yeah.
Do we remember what this camera is?
We just went to the Best Buy. Was it Best Buy?
No, Amazon.
I thought we got it at a store.
Oh, we might have.
We just went to a store.
We just went to a store and bought the one that looked the best.
Yeah. This looks, this one's expensive. But don't get that cheap piece of shit.
Well, and we didn't buy the most expensive one, and we didn't buy the cheapest one. It was just like, yep, this one's kind of in the middle. And you know what? It works mostly. Except for when it doesn't, which is, mostly an OBS issue. See, I'm totally cheesing this. I'm just kind of like letting them come to me, go where I'm comfortable. I know there's nothing behind me. So I'm just like drawing them into the hallway, taking them out one by one. And sometimes they take a while to get to you. So it's like...
5 bullets? That I might reload and just burn.
Nope.
But you're not. You're wasting nothing, Jack.
I'm wasting nothing. I know. I run out of bullets.
I've died a lot. I have not run out of bullets.
I don't think anyone's coming.
Have you stuck to the machine gun?
I've done one of each. The machine gun I've had. Oh fuck! Yeah, of course. Right when I get my.
You have other guns.
Oh, that's right. I punched him. It's fine. Shut. Fuck you. I've done other ones. I've also had luck with the rail gun. Mm-hmm. Shotgun I've not had a lot of luck with because that is an up close and personal weapon, and I want to stay as far away from everyone.
You want to be safe in Strafe. Yeah.
Which again, Rich, I completely understand why people have a problem with this game.
It could use a tighter spread, just the way this game is designed.
So now I just grabbed a key. So like a lot of times after you grab a key, new enemies will open up. So now you got to start watching your back.
Dishter says, hey guys, normally I'd say, speaking of some part of the game or conversation, you should check out Wandering Souls. But Wandering Souls has nothing in common with this game. Oh well, LOL, fuck my cock.
I know we should check out Wandering Souls. I keep hearing that we do, and we might.
Oh god. I originally wanted to play through all of the fucking Zeldas. Not all of them, but you know, some of the major ones.
Yeah.
But now we got Strafe,
Yep.
River City Ransom Underground.
I know you love that so much.
I got fucking Vanquish coming to PC.
Oh God. Nothing else matters. Rich has Vanquish.
I wouldn't hold my fucking breath on by playing anything that you want me to play. Not that it's terrible, not that I think it's terrible.
Right.
But there's just too much competing for my attention.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Pray, near. Yeah, there's too many fucking games.
I've heard great things about. Oh, yep, there they are. There they are, you dicks. I'm not gonna waste a single fucking bullet. There you go. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Ah, fuck. Acid. Oh, there you are. There you are, you dicks. Ooh.
Prey has been drowned in just the sea of. There's too much shit to play.
I mean, Prey looks good. You know, I know it's.
Sell me on it, Jack. Sell me on it.
That's Bethesda, right? That is, and so.
Sure.
My only selling point is dark sci-fi by the makers of Dishonored 2.
Okay.
Which we both liked. And it looks, and it's like a darkly themed sci-fi game, and it looks really fun. So
at this point, there's just too much shit.
Absolutely. And I agree with you wholeheartedly that there's too much shit. Oh, you're gonna have guys up here, aren't you? Up, yep, you know what I'd kill for?
Huh.
A melee button. You know, like just a quick melee button.
Yeah,
I know
neat.
that's not in the realm of original Doom or Quake or whatever this is modeled after, but once in a while, like someone will sneak up on me and I just want to punch them like I do in Overwatch. I'm so used to a quick melee button.
Are the upgrades you get for your gun random?
Yeah.
I don't think my gun has ever looked like that.
Yeah, this is like a short bursts upgrade that.
Can you still go full auto or no?
Oh yeah. But now, like, every one bullet, it fires, like 3.
What happens if you hold it down?
Oh, well, hold on. I'll reload. Hold on. Here. See, you just...
Oh, so it's like 3 at a time. So it's a very different gun now. You lose full auto.
Well,
which is, I guess in this game, that's fine.
Oh, it's still, like, to me, it goes fast enough. You know, like...
You didn't get to see how it changed your gun before you put it in. Like, if I really like this upgrade, I'd be afraid to upgrade that gun again.
Well, no. Hold on, let me go back and show you. Where did I get the upgrade? See how it has this symbol? This is the 3 symbol, and so like every upgrade has a different art style.
So they don't stack then?
Yeah, they still stack.
They still stack.
They still stack, and so like the next gun upgrade might be an upgrade to my secondary fire.
Okay.
So,
but it will be related upgrade. It won't be. You won't get something that's incompatible.
You know,
I don't know.
And I guess
not that you're an expert.
Like, and I have like all of the upgrades I got on my good run, like where I made it almost to the boss. They seemed to stack.
Okay.
So.
The Master 20,000, you're absolutely right about the stealth in Dishonored as compared to Thief.
What?
It says in Dishonored, the stealth has no tension since you can fuck everything up in that game, as compared to Thief.
Yeah, I think you said that in our review.
I think I've said that.
Huh?
Yeah, I think I did say that in our review.
Yeah.
It's worth repeating, obviously.
And obviously, I was so correct that I needed to say it again.
I don't remember specific things I said 2 months ago.
I know, Rich. I'm just giving you a hard time. I really enjoy this game. I'll be honest with you. I really like it. Oh, that was nothing. Okay, great. This was the right way. Is there anything? Okay. So then, here's another thing. Like over here, I can either go the low route or the high route. Always choose the high route because then you can pick off these little ceiling guys first. So there's always going to be fucking ceiling guys. I saw him.
So Rich is happy about too many games as a sequel to a game from 1990. Scroll down, you fucking thing. A game that looks like it's 1996, and a game from 2009.
Too many games?
Yeah, so? What, old games automatically suck because they're old? What's your fucking point?
The point still stands that there are too many games that Rich... Even if Rich said, hey, I just got an original black and white Game Boy and I really want to check out Tetris, it's a game he's excited about. Who cares where it's from?
Look, playing Vanquish with a mouse is a big deal to me.
Yeah. And you know what? You would know that if you ever listen to Rich talk about anything.
We like different things, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have room for Prey. I'm sorry. I don't have room for Prey in Nier.
It looks... I don't have room for Nier.
I don't play games like I don't as quickly as I can to get through them all. I don't do that.
You know what? I was reading a super bullshit article the other day about Prey.
Yeah.
Much like other Bethesda games, Prey was not released super early to the press. You know, like what they did with Doom and Dishonored 2.
Mm-hmm.
They did not release them early for press to review them. And I read an article that was just like, this is going to be bad for Bethesda because that's going to force reviewers to rush through the game in order to get their review out as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, it's your review. Like, you know, if you're gonna say like I felt like I was rushed, that's on you.
Right.
Or you can just give a complete review. You know. Where am I going? What am I doing? Oh, I'm at the shop.
There's too many games. You can't play everything. Sometimes you just gotta play what you're in the mood for.
Agreed. Okay, so I know what this does. This is a box of bugs, and I believe that my box of bugs gives me like I can eat them for health.
Oh god, I know you like this aspect of roguelikes. I can't fucking stand it. I want to know what the fucking thing does before I buy it.
Right.
I think that's fair.
I mean,
like steroids, right? The one that says steroids.
Right.
Does that power up my gun, or does that just make me throw the barrel farther? Because one of these things in my mind is useless.
Right. I agree. I'm going to see what this is. This looks interesting.
I got that phone thing?
Yeah.
I didn't even get to figure out what it did. I didn't notice any kind of fucking difference. Give me a fucking thing that says this will do this.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I think it... Oh, see, look, it does. So in items, teleport to a glutton.
Aim a glutton and press J. Oh, that seems like useless.
Teleport to a... Why would I want to do that?
To get around quicker?
Oh, I definitely don't want that. Yeah, so that's useless.
Oh, well, it's a shame you didn't know that before you bought the fucking thing. Oh, well, you wasted the only upgrade you can afford.
No, I can afford another one. So settle down. So we don't... Well, let's get steroids. Let's see what that does. So now I know for my next run, Rich. It's all about the... It's all about the acquisition of information.
Oh, what's that next thing do? How do you figure that out, Jack?
That's a great question, Rich.
Is there a next item button?
Go
into your...
chat? How do I see what the next item does? You know what, game? I had your back for a second, game. And look what you did to me. You made me look like an idiot. I'm pretty sure we know what steroids do. We don't.
Anonymous says, Baby Ghost here. How do you guys feel now that Vanquish has been announced for Steam today? Okay, kiss, kiss. I feel great. We talked about it. It's great.
Oh, you know what steroids does, Rich? It makes you run super fast.
That'd be good to know.
I'm telling you right now, it makes you run super fast.
That's the last thing I expected.
Yeah.
Throw barrels further. Or strength. Yeah, strength. That makes your guns...
Maybe it increases, like, your health capacity.
Power, you know.
Yeah. No,
increased health.
It makes you run... It makes you run really fast. Except for when you get to this part, because then it turns into a slideshow. Oh, I don't like that. That's gonna throw me off now. Because my movement speed's gonna be all weird.
Willie J 4201 says first tip ever. Thank you.
We appreciate it. Welcome to tipping.
How would steroids make you run fast? That makes no sense.
Well,
oh God, what was his name? The athlete that got busted in the Olympics
Lance Armstrong.
decades ago.
No, I was thinking like Lance Armstrong.
Well, running specifically.
Oh, was there a guy who
Ben Johnson? Was it Ben Johnson?
Past my time.
I don't want to throw Ben Johnson under the bus. It might not have been Ben Johnson.
What you're saying is there was an Olympic athlete who was using steroids to run faster.
He got stripped of a medal.
Yeah.
Because steroids also make you run faster.
Because they just enhance your muscle.
They enhance your muscles.
Right.
You best guess what? You run with your muscles.
What?
I know this is shocking information.
This is shocking information.
You run with your muscles. Yes, that is in fact what they do.
Yep. And we figured that out through experimentation. Shit. There you go. Nope. Fuck you, helmet. Nope. Oh God. This running kind of throws my. I mean, it's great because they're not hitting me, but like it's. Oh fuck! Too many. Whoa! Shit! Too fast! God, I hate steroids. There we go. God damn it.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
I was just, you just moved too fast with steroids. I couldn't do. Oh, okay. I don't like that power up.
Anonymous says, do you think there's any chance that an Uncanny Valley Harrison Ford will appear in the new Blade Runner? Will his CGI self be just as bored with acting as his real self? You know what? Based on that trailer, Harrison Ford looks much livelier than he did in the original Blade Runner. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Actually, he looks lively enough. It makes me think that this might not be the same Harrison Ford we saw in Blade Runner, because that version that we saw in the original Blade Runner was replicant.
Spoiler.
And this is all speculation, so it's spoiling nothing. And the version we see in that trailer is the actual Decker that the replicant in the first movie was based on.
Nice. That's, you know what? I like that. I like that speculation there, Rich. Is that it? No. That's quality speculation. Oh, shit. I am so fucked.
Because I don't remember when the original took place, but it's, 20 years after the original? Or 25? But it's been, fucking, how many years since they were? Close to 35? 38?
Since what?
The original Blade Runner? It's should Blade Runner Harrison Ford be as old as he is now? In 2049.
Technically speaking, no. Ooh, yeah. See, look, this is a missile upgrade. Because right now my gun has a grenade launcher, and this gives me a missile launcher. That's my secondary fire. I try not to use it because I a lot of times end up blowing myself up. Oh, I still have this gun.
I was thinking it's more that he is a replicant, but it's only been a few years. He aged rapidly.
Oh, that could be.
It's possible, but then again, Roy Batty didn't age rapidly. None of the other replicants aged rapidly.
That's true.
So, bleh.
Oh, you know.
Wow.
Wow, Rich.
What are some noir films that we enjoy? I don't necessarily know that there's any in particular noir film I enjoy. I just think as a style, as a motif, I tend to enjoy it. I enjoy noir when it gets referenced.
Like no love for the classic like Bogart noirs.
You know, I haven't seen enough of them. I need to go out and watch these things.
Oh, you do?
I know.
Yeah,
I
there's
know.
a lot of really good ones. Like, and I'm generally not a fan of that, like of older movies in general, because like I feel like they have a whole different pace to modern movies. But those old like Maltese Falcons, like just hard boiled detective shit. It's great.
Yeah, for the record, the answer is Dark City. Dark
Oh,
City
there you go.
is fucking noir as hell, and it is fucking awesome.
There you go.
Totally fucking Dark City.
There you go.
No, you're not restarting shit, Windows. You can stay right where you are. Get that get that away from me. That horrible notification that you want to restart now.
That's what it's all about right here. Defensible positions.
Hugh Jazzy or Jays. I'm not sure. Jazze.
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Hugh Jazzy says yellow.
Yellow.
Rich. On Vanquish on PC, don't you think there is a possibility of the balancing being bad? I'm being intentionally cheeky, but also serious. The game was designed for an inferior control scheme. That is theoretically possible.
Like now it's just going to be
Now
way
it's
too
just
easy.
be way too easy. But then again, you just play it on hard, I guess. Maybe it makes up for it.
Sure. That's reasonable.
Let's say worst case scenario.
Okay.
For some bizarre reason that I cannot fathom, it plays bad with a mouse. Let's just assume that. I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's assume that. On PC, the worst case scenario is I plug in a gamepad and then I get Vanquish at like 120 frames per second.
And looking gorgeous.
That's the worst case scenario.
Ooh, I don't know, Rich. That sounds pretty bad.
So I'm not worried.
Shit, yeah, I heard you. Where'd you come from?
Cyrus, the mild cold, says, man, this game is getting pretty bad reviews on Steam.
Is it?
I was really looking forward to playing it, but now I'm not sure it's worth $20. Cyrus, the mild cold, here's what we can tell you.
Yeah.
It depends upon what you are looking for.
Yes.
If you are looking for, like, Quake 1 or Quake 2, you're going to be let down. If you're looking for a roguelike that also happens to be a first-person shooter, it's not bad. I think the reason it's getting bad reviews is that it's a much slower and more deliberate play style than a lot of people would have liked. Just based on looking at the style of the game, you automatically think Quake, fast-paced Quake, run around, kill everything, Quake. And to play this game successfully, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. This is more roguelike than Quake.
It's far more deliberate.
And so, like, for me, who doesn't have any particular love for, like, original Doom or Quake, like, you know, obviously I enjoy them, but I don't, like, hold it super dear in my heart, but I love roguelikes. This game is fantastic. I'm having a really good time so far.
The issue is what your expectations are.
Agreed. Agreed, Rich. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. And I think that's if it is getting negative reviews on Steam. I haven't. I think you told me that the other day, but
They sort of marketed it like that. Yeah, I guess you could blame the marketing.
they also marketed it like a roguelike. You know, like
That famous commercial with the kid whose head explodes.
Oh, it's
Awesome, fast-paced action. I get it.
yeah.
I get it. I get why you would be let down if that's what you were looking for.
Shit. Yep.
It's a good game to fire up, to kill an hour or two with some mindless action, I guess. It's a $20 game.
No, this isn't. This is not a like any good roguelike. This is not a mindless action game. This is a game that you have to be very deliberate on. You need to learn. Like it has its own rule set that you need to learn and memorize. This isn't just a pick up and play. Like,
See, I've only got like 3 hours in it,
right.
but you seem to be enjoying it a lot.
I am. I legitimately am enjoying it a lot. Yes.
The tip button isn't coming up. Any help? I can't because we are definitely getting tips. Some blue guy in chat says, "Hey guys,
Aye.
first Mike got shafted for voicing Palpatine.
Yep.
Now Rich doesn't get picked for the lead role in the new Blade Runner.
Yep.
This anti-RLM bias in Hollywood has got to stop." I agree. Between Vanquish and this, the choice is rather obvious. Well, it's obvious to me too. We're not. I don't think I'm saying this is Vanquish.
Not every game is like a direct comparison.
If you're looking for a challenging roguelike, is the issue? Is I think is the question.
Yeah, if you're looking for a challenging roguelike in the style of Quake,
Roguelike would mean shorter game overall, but it's difficult because there is permadeath.
right.
And you are counting on finding upgrades to get more powerful, and things tend to be randomly generated. Like these levels are procedural. You don't get the same layout every time you run through Strafe.
Right. Hello.
And yeah, a procedural Quake could have been neat, but that's not exactly what they were trying to make. Yes, it's Quake without saves, and it's random every time, and health is sparse.
Yeah.
Very sparse health.
Jack, you are empty. I'm very close. I only have 4 health at the moment.
Yeah, you're gonna die, dude.
It's very possible that
What's
I'm
that
going to
sign
die.
say?
Huh?
Taking you to new worlds.
Yep.
Oh, morals.
New worlds.
Ah! I get it.
So this is. So
I
this
was
is.
pretending that was an M.
Oh, gotcha.
It's just
I've now reached.
fucking joke.
I've now reached stage 2. I'm playing it so goddamn cool. Oh no.
Yes, the levels change.
Oh no, I broke. Oh no, the game broke.
What happened?
There it goes. You need to use a thing to blow up the rock, and it got stuck in the rock. And so I thought I broke the game forever, but I
But
didn't.
it was just a time delay. Those are neat.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, I could use some health about now.
Or a scrap machine. You could totally use a fucking scrap machine. How many worlds are there?
I believe there's 4.
And you've gotten nearly to the end of all 4?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good run. I had a really good run. Whew. I had a really good one. Yeah, oh yeah. See, look, you can see there's 4.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
I got to the 4th thing, which was a big boss.
Oh, it's just a boss?
I don't know if there was anything after that, because that was the first thing I ran into, and or was that? Oh no, that was the end of the 4th. You know what? It almost
You got to a boss.
I got to a big boss, and I died at the big boss. Dr. Smoke Trees, you're insane. Man of Steel's not great. I don't know if you're trying to start something. Mamoru, yes, the Folding Ideas video about Suicide Squad is a very good video. His whole channel, he has a bunch of really great reviews that Folding Ideas. He has one for Man of Steel, and it's a really fantastic breakdown of Man of Steel. He has some good stuff. That Folding Ideas channel.
Are you tired?
Huh?
Are you tired?
I was just taking a little break, talking to people, just talking to chat. I was, give my wrist a little rest. I'm gonna go one more round, and then you can go around.
Go a few, because this is going to be a whole thing with changing bindings, probably.
That's true. No, I was talking about Folding Ideas. Don't insult me like that. Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Smoke Trees. I did not mean to assume that you liked Man of Steel. I'm so sorry.
MZ Pooh says, I messed up my subscription note. I meant to write Jack Beer. Also, I've been watching older streams, and the board game stream is great. Hope it can happen again.
You know what? Me too.
Maybe.
Me too.
It's never been ruled out.
Right. It's just it's more a scheduling thing than anything else.
Chicken McButtock says, any plans to auction off the leftover shards of your Mass Effect CDs? I'd pay top dollar to hang a piece of that pre-rack history on my wall. Top dollar. They're already in the trash.
Oh, they went in the trash immediately.
Yeah. Where they belong.
Ha-ha! Oh, shit.
Double Two Deuce says, Jack.
Yep.
Saw a pic of you with a beard from a few years ago.
Yeah.
And you look boss.
Ah.
As someone who can't grow a beard in his 30s, you need to represent as a best of the breed.
Nope.
You heard it here, folks.
We've been through the Jack with the beard situation. I think it's itchy, and there's already enough beards at RLM. We don't need another beard. I have my little niche as the hairless one. I'm the bald one. I got a shaved face. That's my niche. And it just gets too itchy. I don't know how. Before I shaved, I just shaved today, and I feel fantastic. Before that, I went like a week and a half, 2 weeks without shaving, and it would just started to claw at me, Rich. It was like my hair was devouring my face, and I hated it. I'm not going to deny that I looked super boss with a beard, but it ain't coming back. It ain't coming back.
Love Mass Effect 1 and 2. 3 never happened. Well, enjoy your story with no ending. Uncanny Banani says.
Uncanny Banani?
Uncanny Banani.
I like that. That's a good name.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
I'm a big fan of your internet comedy troupe. Keep up the good work. You're welcome. You're welcome, kid. Nice headshot, Jack.
Thanks. That's what it's all. Like just get your space. Let them come to you. Most of them don't have projectiles, so it's all about finding your safe space. Finding your safe space. Letting them come to you.
Isn't a story with no ending better? Yeah, but neither of them are good. I don't want to start a story that doesn't have an ending.
Shit. Running away. Yeah, a story with no ending is half a story. A story with no ending is a Stephen King novel.
No, that's just a story with a lame ending. To be fair, Mass Effect 1, it kind of has a proper ending. It kind of ends. It's like the end question mark level, like a horror movie,
sure. Okay.
But still, I tried to play it. It felt like going to a funeral.
Yeah. Because you know how the end.
Yeah.
Is. Yeah.
Fill in the ending with your own headcanon. That is so fucking lame. I could just imagine the whole fucking thing then. How about that?
Yeah, then why do you need it at all?
You're right.
What?
You got killed from behind, would be my guess.
Oh. Let's try a different gun.
Anonymous says, Mitch McConnell sucks ass.
No politics.
Endocrom says, hey guys,
Thank you.
I had jury duty today.
Oh.
Though
Doing your civic duty.
Though they didn't need me, and I just sat in a big room for 90 minutes. Got any amusing anecdotes?
About jury duty?
Yeah, unrelated. Are you supposed to tip for a haircut? Yes, you are supposed to tip for a haircut.
Generally speaking, you tip for a haircut, yeah.
If you tip them well, you get a good haircut next time you go in, too. But only tip them if you get a good haircut.
I mean, generally speaking, any sort of service industry, and I'd put haircut people in the service industry. They get tips. Whoa, fuck.
I guess it might be a U.S. thing, but here's the thing. If you live in the U.S., you kind of have to tip, because the people who get tips are usually underpaid to begin with.
Right.
Like waiters and waitresses, they literally need tips just to keep a roof over their head. It's not a bonus, as it should be.
Right, like for your haircut lady or man, that's a bonus.
For waiters, though?
For wait staff, no, we've talked about this before. Tipping is customer subsidized payroll.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's totally wrong. And by the way, I looked it up, and in Wisconsin, yeah, you only have to pay wait staff something like $3.20 an hour.
That's nothing. That is so nothing.
Right.
Comically nothing. Is there stuff in the corpse?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I don't know what it did. It made a little noise. It went.
Yeah, so if you're not from the States and you're visiting, please tip when you get food. They need it.
Yeah. Yeah, Rich. You so right, Rich. Oh, I see you.
Most countries, isn't it illegal to pay that low? For the most part, it is in this country. Just for some reason.
For some reason, there are two types of employees that our minimum wage works for: regular employees and tip employees. And waiters and waitresses are under the tip employee provision, so they are legally able to get paid $3.25 or whatever it is.
It's awful. It's awful.
Awful.
It shouldn't be that way.
It's awful.
Talking politics? No, we're talking about horrible aspects of our reality.
I don't think minimum wage is a political, but you know what? Of course it is.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be a political issue, but I guess it is. But you know what? I don't care. Minimum wage is one of those really dumb things that exists, and I'm not terribly sure. I mean,
I'm sorry, paying people enough to live on has to be a controversial political subject.
Right? You know what, Rich? I also have some. I have some unorthodox and controversial things to say about child labor. I don't think they should be forced to work, Rich. Now, call me old-fashioned. Ah, well. There we go. All right, so if you look at my at the lower right-hand corner of the screen, I have 5,800, and you need 6,000 to get the full.
I know.
So
it's worth waiting.
I'm waiting. I'm gonna see if I can kill some more guys and get some more scrap. Oh yeah. Oh, there it is. Boom. Or it's waiting for me already.
Why is the full only 40 and not 50?
The full's 50.
Is it? I thought I did it and I only got 40. Shield.
I thought the full
Try
was
it. Try
50,
it.
but
The half shield is 20.
yeah, the half shield's 20. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, see, it was 50.
Okay, maybe I had less shield than I thought when I bought that.
Sure.
There's jury duty anecdotes? Well, obviously we just don't have that many.
I've actually never been called for jury duty. Never.
They called me in for would have been a statutory rape case, but they didn't end up selecting me.
Okay.
So
That's the closest you got.
that's the closest I got.
So, but did you have to go to like the courthouse and wait?
Hours and hours.
Sure.
It was a nightmare.
There we go. Come on. There we go. Oh, what? How did you get triggered? Damn it. It's a waste. Waste of bullets. All these roofer guys here. What? There we go. Take your time. Aim. Eat it. Eat it. There you go. I thought you were coming. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, and I've never been called for jury duty. I want to say, like, Lisa has been called for jury duty, like, a dozen times.
Right.
She is always called, and like, I must have done something where I got put on a list. Whoever listens to the streams is in charge of calling people for jury duty, and they say, we don't want that guy. We just don't want him.
I know we may have sounded apathetic towards doing something for charity. Here's the thing, though.
Oh,
If this is in reference to, like, the last stream, we can't just barge into Vinesauce's charity stream. Like, Vinesauce has to ask us to show up.
and that's true for anything. Like, we can't just show up and like say, hey, let's do a stream together. Like, if they want us, Vinesauce knows how to get a hold of us, and if he was looking for people to be on his stream, he can totally do that.
Totally be willing to do it.
Of course. No, and as far as our own charitable thing, we just don't even know where to begin with that.
I guess we could just say, we need a charity.
Yeah.
For everyone, every time we die, we give X amount to this.
Well,
do that. I don't know.
And I think the other part of the stream is like, instead of people like tipping us for the stream, we give them a link to like donate to Children's Hospital, something like that.
Right.
It's like, we'll try to raise money for that. Yeah, I'm not apathetic towards it. I'm just overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. But we'll try to do something.
What is Vine Sauce? A popular streamer / YouTube channel.
Yeah, he had us on ages ago. He did like a
we first started.
Huh?
We first started.
Yeah, he had us on and we had a great chat with him. We had a great chat with him. Yeah.
Vsauce? Not Vsauce.
Vsauce is the guy who does the edutainment stuff.
It is Vine Sauce, right? I'm not getting that wrong, right?
Yeah, it's Vine Sauce.
Okay.
You know what? I thought
Oh
it
God,
was.
no, I'm worried I fucked that up.
Vsauce is the guy who
That's
some
the
people
science
say
thing on the YouTubes.
people say he looks like me, or I look like him, depending on who's older. The bald man with glasses.
Hey, if he wants us on a stream, he can just ask, really. I mean,
Of course.
like, we can't just barge in. We're doing a charity thing. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
We heard you were doing a charity thing. We want to talk now.
What were you doing right now? I don't care. We're here.
If you couldn't tell, Rich just put his feet up on the table. Out of the way, charity streamer. We're talking.
Your views are going down now that we're here? Oh.
Oh. I guess we'll leave. Oh,
Well, we'll be out of here.
bye.
Nice talking to you.
Oh, they never recovered? Your views never recovered after we were on.
We ruined your channel? Oh.
That's a good gun. You know what? This is a good gun, this little handgun right here. Fine gun. And then this one you can throw. Whee! Son of a bitch.
When did I develop the George Lucas impression? When I had to. When we needed George Lucas on camera. Not a moment before.
You didn't have a go-to Lucas impression?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did not. I think the first time I did Lucas, it was silent, wasn't it?
What was the okay, so what was the first time you did Lucas? Was it the convention?
I think it was the episode 3 review. We had me in silhouette, kind of. Or was
Oh, maybe. Ooh.
it was either in the episode 3 review or in the episode 3 review epilogue. Did I do a lot of research? I just pulled something out of my ass. He kind of talks like this, I guess. Kind of low key.
You didn't workshop your
He
impression?
doesn't sound too sure of himself. What's a workshop?
Huh?
What's a fucking workshop? I'm not a professional actor. I'm a doofus.
To workshop something is to, perform it in front of a group of people. And
Well,
get,
that group of people probably would have been Mike and Jay.
and get feedback and then adjust your performance based off of that feedback. That's what workshopping something is. How's that?
LAHD says, "Hey guys, Jack, have you listened to the new Gorillaz album?
Oh, I have.
My favorite song is probably Strobe Light. Strobe Light. I guess but it's not spelled like Liga.
Light, yeah.
Whatever. What's yours? What about favorite Gorillaz song in general? Mine is Prob's Last Living Soul. Bye now.
Last Living Soul is a good one. There's a lot of really. Here's my super hot take on the new Gorillaz album. Humans is what it's called. Are you ready for it, Rich? Because by the way, I've had this tweet in my drafts for like a week since I got it, but I don't want to like tweet it out because it's so controversial. Here's my controversial Gorillaz take. Mm-hmm. Humans, while good, sounds more like a mixtape and less like a cohesive album. I dropped it. That's
Aimless Corsair says, "Hey Jack and Rich." Fucking nerdy question, I know. But what are your opinions on the hero's journey story structure? P.S. Is it obvious I have a useless film arts degree? Fellatiate my phallic symbolism. Do you want to go back to the Gorillaz? I did that as a joke.
That was a good joke. I loved it. I loved it because I know you don't care. I know you don't care. Oh. You're spot on, and a lot of people agree. Oh, well, that's great. Well, so here's the thing about Gorillaz, right? Gorillaz is this mashup of the singer and songwriter from Blur. You remember Blur?
Yes.
So it's him. He's basically the main guy, and then every album they work with different producers and rappers and other songwriters, and it's this wonderful melting pot of different musical styles, right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes the Gorillaz such a unique. That's what makes Gorillaz' album so unique. Is it's this perfectly blended melting pot of like rock, pop, electronic, hip hop. Like this new one has like reggae tones, and it's very interesting. There's like spoken word sections in their old albums, but their other albums work as an album. They all feel they all feel like a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
So you can listen to it from front to back and go on a little journey.
Yeah.
This Humans just feels like a collection of weird songs. So it doesn't really feel like the Gorillaz. It feels more like a mixtape, which is something that happens a lot in the hip hop community, where an artist will make remixes of their songs and other people's songs and just put out random tunes. That's not necessarily an album. So it's good. Like Humans is good, but it's not a good album, if that makes any sense. Anyway.
Are the songs just trying not to culturally appropriate each other?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
No, it's just not. It's like the songs are all weird and eclectic, but there's no unifying theme.
Okay.
That'll make it an album. Like still, like Hallelujah Money is on it, and that's a fucking great song.
Maybe that is the theme.
Rich. Oh, the Rich, you made it. Okay, Hero's Journey.
Hero's Journey.
Could you repeat?
How do we feel about the Hero's Journey? I think is what are your opinions on the Hero's Journey story structure? Tiresome after a while. I get it. I thought it was really refreshing in the last Zelda game when we didn't have that. It was just, yeah, you're a badass knight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, the question is there's not necessarily a problem with the hero's journey. The problem is the oversaturation of the hero's journey.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate it.
There's nothing wrong. Like the hero's journey is just it's so classic. It's everywhere. It's what you add to it that makes it special. And unfortunately,
like lightsabers.
But at the time, that was really new, right? But see, like all they added were lightsabers and space wizards, right? And now Marvel, I think, is kind of getting in a bit of a rut where all they're adding is magic powers or a shrinking costume. You know, it's the hero's journey isn't as important as the thing that you add to it. What are these noises that keep happening?
I don't know.
Like, what is that?
I don't know. What upgrades did you have?
What is that?
You're asking me like I know.
Chat? Wait, someone at us in chatty or in the chat. Someone at previously recorded.
You think it's that?
Yes.
Does Chatty have a new annoying noise?
Yes. Okay, so that's not it. But you guys heard that too, right? You heard that doorbell? Thank you. It's not the at, but yeah, there was a doorbell noise, and I don't know. There it is. What is that?
I'm not gonna know just because you keep asking. Saying it's a game thing. Sure, but
But what does it mean in the game?
is that a different gun or is that some kind of weird upgrade to the?
It's an upgrade. It's a shoot multiple little bullets upgrade, which I don't like as much as the shoot one thing straight. Oh fuck! I think it's see that thing on the wall, this black thing.
Yeah.
I think that's what's making the noise.
I couldn't tell you.
Because when I go away from it, I think it'll go away now.
I couldn't tell you. It's the door, stupid. Somebody is saying.
What door?
Probably under you. There's a door.
Oh shit! God damn it! Oh fuck!
That's
Fuck.
one way of killing him.
No, but that killed me too. Like, look, now my health is half. God damn it!
Okay. Anonymous says, you guys are just critical of Blade Runner 2049 because you're biased Marvel fanboys or something.
Absolutely. And, you know, part of me didn't hear Blade Runner. I just heard Blade 2049. I was like, we're not critical of Blade? Wait. God, that's annoying. Okay.
Some blue guy in chat says, as someone who's only heard of Vanquish in passing, can you give me a brief summary of what it's about and try to sell me on the game? All I know is that it's got robots and that Platinum made it.
Ah, that's what it is.
Imagine a third-person shooter.
It was
Where you're
it was this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Imagine a third-person shooter where you are not encouraged to take cover. And in fact, they give you rocket boots.
So more like the new Doom, where they encourage you to get in there.
To
and
get
fight.
into the action and... Yeah.
Nice.
And the robots are just kind of fun to fight.
Looks neat. It looks neat, I'll tell you what, Rich.
Nice animations, fun gameplay, fun. Good boss fights for a shooter. My favorite boss fights in any shooter are from Vanquish.
Ooh, I haven't gotten one of these yet. So check out this door. Scan face door.
Okay.
I need to find a face and carry it around. I need to find a soldier's face.
That's a classic reference.
Yeah?
Was part of the original plans for Doom that they didn't use.
Was like to scan
Yeah.
soldiers' faces?
I think they eventually used it in one of the other id games. I think they used it in Quake 2.
Okay. Shit, reload. There.
Yeah, they used it in Quake 2.
Oh, okay.
And in New Doom. They did it in New Doom too. So it's a reference. Totally a reference.
Shit.
Yes, I did a whole Game Station 2.0 episode on Vanquish. You get more details there. Sari Chen says, "Hiya. Random question of the day.
Hiya!
Jack, you're a coffee guy.
I am a coffee guy.
How do you feel about Keurig coffee? Keurig?
Keurig coffee.
Keurig coffee.
Yeah.
Donut shop is pretty yummy. Or are you I'd prefer to brew my own specialty coffee type of dude?
I am full on Princess Jack. Press action to rip off head. Where? When it comes to coffee, I have several different coffee makers. What I'm using right now is a AeroPress, which essentially makes a couple shots of espresso that you just pour hot water over. That's a fun way. I also have a pour over mug. I grind beans daily. I get whole beans and I grind them right before I send them through my specialty coffee maker. I'm a big coffee snob. Mm-hmm. So the idea of the Keurig, you've probably seen it before. It's those like pods that you put in a machine, and then you just press a button, and like it sends hot water through, and it makes one single cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And the pods, they make no mess, and you get all these different flavors. It's really good for people who just like want one cup of coffee and don't necessarily care about quality. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, just one cup of coffee. Yeah, coffee. I also have my coffee black, and so like the taste of said coffee is very important to me. Shit.
Someone in the chat said the Vanquish boss fights are fun, but they reuse them too many times. I'd say because they're fun, it doesn't bother me that they reuse some of the boss fights. I'm glad to face these monsters again. Ah!
Look, I got a face. Is it over here?
It's like lots of games have bosses show up as mini bosses later on.
Sure. Oh shit.
Can you drop it?
I hope so.
Oh, you're fucked.
I'm fine.
Jack is so fucked. Tired and Sad says, which one had a more coherent story? Suicide Squad or Metal Gear Solid 5? I haven't seen Suicide Squad because I just totally cannot be bothered to give a fuck.
Suicide Squad had a more coherent story. It just was it was just told like shit. Like you know basically what's going on in Suicide Squad. Oh, what do I do with that head now? Oh, here it is.
Aside from Predator, Conan, and Terminator, any Arnold Schwarzenegger films that you guys like and or enjoy? I like Total Recall better than any of those, honestly. I put Total Recall at the top.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Wait, besides what now?
Predator, Conan, and Terminator.
Those are all great ones. Listen, I have an unironic love for all Arnold movies. Like, fuck, man, I will watch Kindergarten Cop any day of the week.
I can appreciate the action scenes in Terminator 2, but I just don't like the emotionless killing machine robot as protagonist. That doesn't do it for me.
That's not it.
Oh, you got to find the right face? Oh my god.
This might be it.
Oh my god.
That's great. That's great. I think this is the right face. This looks like it's the right one. Last Action Hero doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
They were going.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. I remember not being thrilled with it.
They were going for like a parody thing.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And it didn't work all the time, but there was some fun in there. What was the James Cameron one? Where
True Lies.
True Lies. True Lies is a great Arnold movie. Arnold is such a. Ooh, what's this? Arnold is
Go for
such
it.
an intro. Oh well, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I just want to make sure I'm not gonna get ambushed.
Do it now before you activate something and die before you get a
Oh,
chance.
see, okay, there's a shop coming up. It's
yeah.
all right. All right. I just want to make sure there are no more bad guys. Ooh. Ooh.
Rich hates Terminator 2 and all Arnold movies. Pass it on. I'd say I prefer Terminator 1.
Ah, ew.
Some classic Wolfenstein action, Jack. Suck it up. You. You.
I want to move with my mouse. I don't like it.
You have to strafe, Jack. Strafe.
How do you strafe? No, I'm only turning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this is something they... Does one of your buttons act as a modifier? That might be how...
I need some more. Yeah, I need some more.
It might be that hold the button turns that into a strafe. Yeah.
All right, hold on. I want to play again.
I think it was one and done. What is it called? What are they calling it?
Luftenstein?
Luftenstein? Okay. Did Wolf 3D have strafe? Yes, it had strafing. I remember strafing in it.
When I pressed left or right, that turned my character.
Well, I think Wolfenstein had like a button you would hold down that would turning into strafing.
Sure. Okay. Ah, fuck. Shop. Okay, these are boots. Well, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is. Boots will probably be good. Let's try this guy. What do you think he does?
But you couldn't circle strafe? If you held down the button, you could circle strafe just fine. But you had to hold down a button that would change left and right into strafing.
What did that do?
I don't know.
I got a thing.
What does it say it did? Go into your inventory.
It doesn't say anything.
It didn't do anything.
Oh.
What does it do? Don't you love these items where it doesn't say what they do?
I kind of do. You know what, Rich? I just learned a lesson. Oh, come on. Come on. I learned a lesson. Oh.
Anonymous says, congrats on 1 million views.
Hey!
What's the worst TOS movie and why? It's Star Trek V, because it sucks.
Just that simple. It's just that simple, I guess.
That guy from the Scotland says, here's a $5. Can you two please announce your complete support for Scottish independence? Go on. You know Trump's mother was from a village not far from me. We're all so proud, believe me. It is not my business what Scotland does. But I should be somewhat interested. My sister lives there.
Yeah, then you should be somewhat interested.
I'll ask what she wants.
Sure. I mean, how can you not support any sort of independence, Rich?
I think she would rather be a part of the EU.
I don't think that's what independence means.
Well, no, I think that's why they want independence now.
Oh, because they want to be part of the EU.
Because they want to be a part of the EU, so they don't want to be a part of the UK.
Okay, so then let's support let's support Scottish independence.
Yeah.
I support independence in general, and that includes Scottish independence.
No, I have multiple sisters.
15 at last count.
No, it's not 15.
You said multiple. That's any number, Rich.
I know, between 1 and infinity.
Right. Infinity is not a number. It's a concept. What? Infinity is not a number. It is a concept.
And I was using it as a concept.
No.
But when you're unspecific, I have
Between
multiple sisters. That means it's more than one.
between one-
From 1 to what?
between
From 1 to what, Jack?
and a specified number. You know.
What specified number?
I'm just, you
What specified
you
number?
could say between 1 and 100. That still counts.
I just said multiple. That didn't specify any number. It's just more than 1. So between 1 and infinity.
Between 1 and the most children a person could have. I mean, I
It
assume
was a totally appropriate use of infinity, Jack.
maybe. What's that? What is that?
Anonymous says, would you consider doing a best of the worst episode about foreign movies? There are tons of non-English stinkers out there. Whether or not a foreign movie makes it in, and I'm assuming you mean with subtitle, because we've done plenty of Italian films.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that won't happen, but as a theme, no, because I think 3 movies would get old.
Oh, 100% agreed, Rich. No, we do. First of all, we do foreign movies all the time. Mystics in Bali. God damn it.
That's true.
Mystics in Bali.
Yeah.
That was a foreign film. We do foreign films all the time. They just slide in.
Blood
you know?
Debts.
Oh, that's right. That was like, what was the one we watched recently made by like the Filipino tax haven? Right?
So we've definitely done foreign movies.
Oh, yeah.
They're dubbed. I'm sorry about that. But
This is not going to be a good run. This is not going to be a good run. That's one complaint I can have about this as a roguelike is, generally speaking, roguelikes will have little incentives for you for dying. Like, you know, for example,
unlocks.
Like, you know, Isaac has things that can be unlocked that you can use on future runs. The same with Spelunky. Spelunky has like a system of shortcuts that you can obtain. There is stuff that is happening to help incentivize gameplay because you're dying so much, and it is so difficult, and I don't think there is anything like that in here, or at least I haven't seen it. And so, like, here, you know, I'm having a shit run, and I know this is not going to end well, but at least if I had some...
It's a shit run anyway.
It was a shit run anyway, but at least if I had something that, like, I could work for, like, okay, this is a shit run, but if I collect this many Zork mids, I know I can unlock a new thing, right?
Hunchback Jack says, hey, Rich and Jack.
Hello.
I'm in a bookstore right now looking at Catalyst, a prequel novel to Rogue One. I'm so glad I can find out the backstory to the Star Wars. I think I'll pass. Well, then you got to have the backstory to Catalyst.
The backstory to the backstory.
Turtles all the way down.
Of course. Booloop.
Anonymous says, here is a tip. Hope it will be enough to improve your standards of living.
I mean, any tip does that.
Tyrant says, Rich, as Harold Ramis once said, everything is sex and politics.
Even tipping is sex and politics. Do you tip your sex worker? Not saying you have a sex worker. That was a general question. Like, I wasn't saying Rich has a sex worker.
You implied, Jack.
I did, and I did not mean to. I guess, but that's a question because that's like technically a service industry. Let's say someplace where it's legal, like in Nevada.
Yeah.
Where they have like the bunny ranch and whatnot. I wonder if you're supposed to tip your sex worker. Chat? Anyone ever hook up with a sex worker? Give us the hot deets. Not on the hookup, just on whether or not you tip them.
No idea. I have no idea.
I would assume you would, but that's also like.
Well, is there a difference between like tipping of a legal Vegas sex worker and then a prostitute off the streets? Is there a difference?
Oh, sure. Legal sex worker, you might tell someone about, right? Prostitute, you're probably not sharing that information.
Right.
And so, like, yeah, you're not tipping just an illegal prostitute. But you go to the bunny ranch, then there's like, so did you tip her? And then you go, oh, yeah, of course.
This is not a problem I've ever had to worry about.
No. Come on, chat. It's one of y'all, right? Somebody? Do I know anyone who has used a sex worker? I might know someone who has used a sex worker.
Anonymous says, Rich, every time you have a head-on shot, like in the Blade Runner video, my brain automatically superimposes your baby painting onto it. Freaking me out a little. Those eyes.
On the baby painting?
In the baby painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shagohod 1897 says, hey guys, used meme pictures of you guys for a show that my band, Dawson, is playing on June 3rd at the Obey House in Pittsburgh.
Illegal.
Hope you don't mind my making money off your goddamn faces. If we ever fucking find you.
Oh, you're gonna pay in blood, motherfucker. There's probably nothing we can do about that unless you used it in any sort of print advertisement. If you hang up posters, I don't think there's anything we can do about it. If you use it in print advertising, that actually might be illegal.
The mystery of my baby painting and who commissioned it and when it was done, nobody fucking knows. I've asked around. Nobody alive knows.
Really?
My dad wasn't even sure where it came from.
I hate that it ends there. We need more input.
My dad thought maybe his mother had did it. She was artistically enabled. And I said, well, it's signed E. Lamp. I don't think she would have signed it E. Lamp. So he's like, oh, yeah.
Well, shit, Rich.
So my dad doesn't even remember where that fucking thing came from.
Well, no, of course not. He was probably just like, it was a dumb painting that someone had made of you. Like,
I'm assuming my mother or my grandmother are the only ones who would know, and they're both gone.
See,
so
the mystery can't die there. We need to figure this out. There has to be something we can do to figure it out. We need to talk to other people in the area to see if they ever had commissioned a painting in that style. Right?
Jack's been using a mouse for a while now.
Weren't you here for the Jack Learns How to Use a Mouse stream?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. When I started using a mouse, as soon as I built my gaming PC, then I knew it was time. And you know what? I got my old frag chuck out of dust because one of my biggest problems with mouse and keyboard in general was the keyboard. And as soon as I got comfortable with the mouse, I started using this as my WASD, and now I'm great. I'm golden. What I figured out was my problem all this time wasn't really the mouse. It was the WASD.
Mm-hmm.
That was my real problem, and that's what kept me away from it for so long. But ever since I got this guy out of mouthballs, I'm good. I'm good now. And obviously, there's no better way to play a first-person shooter than with a mouse.
No, there's not. The chat is saying that the baby painting is a quest hook. Take the quest.
Yes.
I've done this. I've done this. I have asked around. There was a few months back, I was just asking family members, like, do you have any? There's not many I can ask anymore, really.
Okay. You know what? After the stream, I'll get some personal information from you. I won't talk to your family, but I'm going to start calling businesses
Sure.
in the area.
Sure.
And we're gonna hunt down some leads, Rich.
Why is in the area gonna help?
Because I assume
It wouldn't have been done anywhere near Milwaukee.
right, but I assume wherever it is that wherever you lived or your parents lived or your grandma lived at that age, I assume that people from that area knew of a portrait painter.
According to my uncle, it's possible it was done in Disney World.
Shit.
So there you go.
Well, you know what then? What we'll do is, Rich, sometimes in order to solve a mystery, you have to figure out what it isn't, right? Once you start crossing things off your list, then we can narrow it down. And if it's Disney World, then that's easy.
And he wasn't sure. He said that was a possibility.
Oh, of course. All right. That's the problem. There's too many possibilities. We got to start crossing off some of those possibilities, Rich. Look at this. Look at this idiot. Look at this idiot stuck in a pole. Come on. Come on, dummy. Get your shit together. Oh, whoa.
Ask one of my infinite number of sisters? I'm the eldest. They wouldn't know shit. It's a fucking baby picture. They don't... The siblings don't get older than me.
One of my infinite sisters. Rich Evans and his infinite sisters. That's a sci-fi novel right there. Oh. Grenade launcher.
All right. Turbo Jesus 5000 says, "Hey guys,
Hi.
how's Junk? Do you think they'll recast Shia LaBeouf, Shia LaBeouf in Indy 5, or just pretend Indy never had a son?
Just pretending he never had a son.
Maybe he slowly died of radiation poisoning after touching Indy's hat at the end of 4.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I'm skeptical this movie's even gonna get made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
It's entirely possible that he just won't be in the film.
Mutt?
It won't be an adventure that involves Mutt. Oh, Mutt's he's at college. He's at college. He's not around.
I hate Mutt. I genuinely don't like Shia LaBeouf as an actor.
We don't need Indy 5.
We don't need Indy 5. We could have another adventure of Indiana Jones and just recast Indiana Jones.
Do we need another adventure of Indiana? I don't know.
What I'm saying is we could. We could have another Indiana Jones adventure. You know what?
I can't see anybody but Harrison in the role.
Well, that's, you know.
I can't. I can't.
Don't limit yourself by lack of vision.
At that point, at the point where you're having somebody other than Harrison play Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
just make another serial-inspired, swashbuckling 1930s adventure movie.
All right.
You know?
Sure, that's fair.
Chris Pratt is too goofy.
Chris Pratt is a different thing. He's a lovable goofball. Indiana Jones was never a lovable goofball. He had a sense of humor. Chris Pine did pull off Kirk. That's true. Son of a bitch. Too many shooting bops. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Chris Pine?
Yeah, he's kind of generic. Yeah, he's fine. He'd be a fine indie. He's generically handsome. Isn't that basically like the role he's playing in Wonder Woman?
I have no idea. I didn't realize Chris Pine was in that.
Yeah, and he's basically just playing like handsome man about town who what is an adventurer.
Uncanny Banani says, which one of you owns all the Star Trek TNG action figures? That would be Mike. I never seriously got into the whole action figure thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
I had a handful.
Blech.
AJ Pimps All says,
Yeah.
notice there's an option to buy the game you're currently playing.
Yeah.
It says that you'll get a portion of the purchase.
Yes, we will.
Oh, this is new. I didn't even know about this.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, it's a new thing Twitch is doing. We opted in. Any game we're playing, Twitch has a little buy now button, and because we're technically the advertiser of the game because we're playing it, we get a little cut from that. So
All right.
if you were thinking about buying it anyway, there's that little button. There's that little button. It's probably not a very large percentage, but hey.
Is Mike really such a big Star Wars fan? Oh God, if you have to ask that question,
Wait, Star Wars fan?
I'm assuming that was Trek, because we're talking about the Trek figures.
Right. Have you never listened to Mike?
Right, exactly.
Mike, who finds a way to bring up Star Trek every single fucking episode of any video we ever made?
Look, I love Star Trek, and he's probably a bigger fan than I am. Jesus Christ! Look, I know you love the Pliget Star Wars reviews, but Mike is more of a Trekkie. Not that he hates Star Wars; he loves Star Wars too. But you got to realize the first Pliget reviews he did were the next gen movies.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, chat. Quick question. See if anyone in chat knows this. So if you see my health there on the lower left, you kind of see it. We're almost covering it up. You know where it says 100 and has all those orange and red lines, and then underneath that are the lines and dashes, and some of them are red and some of them are not. If I grab a health pack now, it fills up those dashes underneath my health bar. What do those dashes underneath my health bar mean? If anyone in chat knows the answer to that, let me know. I still haven't figured that out.
Rich hasn't even watched Enterprise. He's no fan. No, that just makes me a fan with taste.
Boom!
It's the difference between fan and fanboy.
Rich speaks the truth.
Hunchback Jack says, hey Jack,
Yeah,
speaking of coffee,
coffee.
what is your take on max time between roasting and drinking or buying and drinking? Also, I've heard you should not freeze your beans, but should freeze pre-ground. Agree?
Roasted beans actually last a generally long time. Like I've read, and my cousin actually works for a bean buyer. He works for the company that buys beans from farms and sells them to roasters. And according to him, who I trust as that's what he does for work, he says roasted beans can last months, unfrozen, unrefrigerated. So that's not a big problem and for me, like I always grind right before I brew. So ground coffee, I can only assume lasts just as long, but I don't know anything about ground coffee as I just have whole bean. But months, It can last months in bean form.
If you've never watched if you haven't watched Enterprise, how do you know it's bad? I've seen 4 episodes. How many times do I have to cut my foot before I can realize that walking on glass is bad?
At least 20. At least 20.
Do I have to try and step on every fucking jagged shard?
I'm with you. Hey, is anyone able to answer my dash question, my health bar dash question?
Oh, you get extra health if you get all the way up. If you eat health packs?
Yeah.
When your health is full, you get an extra orange bar on the 4.
Right.
Once you get 5, you get like an extra 10% health.
Oh. That's what I need to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, there's 2 here, and I'm at 100, so. Great. Great.
4 episodes? Was that enough for Deep Space Nine and Voyager? Deep Space Nine is good. I've watched all of it. Voyager is bad, but nowhere near as bad as Enterprise was.
I've heard nothing but bad things about Enterprise, and I enjoy Scott Bakula in general. And I've heard nothing but bad things about Enterprise.
You watched the same amount of episodes as Jack watched of Farscape.
Boom!
Jack,
What?
Jack.
Yeah.
How often have I nagged you to watch Farscape since then?
Almost never.
Oh, 0 times?
Like 0? Like, you probably brought it up like just a joke that I didn't care for.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
disagree with the reasons why I didn't care for it. But, yeah, no, you've never, like, then insisted
Oh.
that I watch it again.
Oh, okay.
Because you know what? You felt that I gave it a shot and it wasn't my thing. And you're respectful of my tastes. Thank you for that, Rich. Because remember, people, just because you want us to like something doesn't mean we will. And the more times you ask us to like it, or the more reasons you give us to like it, won't necessarily work. Sometimes it has the opposite effect.
First 4 episodes of TNG include Code of Honor, the African Planet episode. This is why I tell people to start at season 3, though. I never tell anybody to start TNG with season 1.
Uh-huh.
This is not a thing that has happened.
I think that what they're trying to do there is say, but you made it that far in TNG.
Right. Like I haven't.
Oh, shit.
I haven't had enough people tell me that Enterprise gets. It gets really good. Nobody really says that. It's like a few. It's like a handful of people that say, "Oh no, it started getting good right when it got canceled." And well, okay, that's hardly a ringing endorsement. TNG season 1 and 2 are just bad. Season 2 has some of the best TNG episodes ever. Season 2 it's either really good or really bad. Season 2 has fucking Measure of a Man. That is arguably one of the best TNG episodes ever. The Data court case, like, does he have rights?
Oh, that was a great episode.
Yeah, it's a great episode. That's season 2.
Great episode. Okay, well, boom, there you go. Was season 2 the one with the Klingon ship too?
The officer exchange program with Riker on the Klingon ship. That's season 2.
That's one that I cited as a good one from season 1, but apparently that's season 2. Yep. Yeah, that's a great episode. Great episode. Oh, I get to play a game again.
Rich, what's a really bad TNG season 2 episode? The Clip Show. The Clip episode is season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it's called.
Okay, we're going to see if we can figure out how to strafe.
Season 2 has the other Doctor. Oh, we're not getting into this. I like the other Doctor more than Crusher. I hate Crusher. I'm sad they didn't stick with Pulaski.
Anyone know how to strafe? Anyone know how to strafe? Shit. Anyone know how to strafe and strafe? Damn it.
Why does Rich hate redheads? I like redheads. I don't like Crusher. There's a difference.
Dream Sign, I used all of the... Dream Sign was being a little snooty about my little Chuck. If Jack was on an actual keyboard, he could have tried more things. I tried all of the buttons that I use in the real game to strafe in the game within the game.
Yeah.
And none of them seem to be working.
He has the buttons on this thing bound to keys you use in the game.
Right. So, like, I got my jump, I got my action, I got my use, and, you know, I have all the buttons I need to use in the game on this and my mouse. So try not to be so snide, motherfucker. Or do be snide, and then I'll just be snide back, and that'll be fine, too. Really, it just doesn't matter. Blue key. So I got blue door.
Recently saw Star Trek Generations. Is the show as bad and boring as that film? No. No. The people in the chat will give you a list of some good TNG episodes to watch, and there are a lot of them. The aforementioned Measure of a Man, Who Watches the Watchers is great.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good episode.
There's an episode, ironically enough, I think it's just called First Contact, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
It's like First Contact from the alien species point of view. It's like they don't have space flight yet, and like Starfleet personnel are kind of like infiltrating. There's like investigate, like they're about to discover warp, and well, we need to find a way to make contact.
Sure.
And the entire story is like told from like one of the alien astrobiologists' point of view.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great episode. I know you don't care for it much, but I will stand by Darmok and Gelada tonight.
Oh no, that's a fine episode. Isn't that terrible?
Oh, I think that's.
I think that alien species is the dumbest fucking thing.
Well,
not necessarily that episode.
Sure, but like that's so Star Trek, where it's like they have this. You know, it's not a problem of like we need to punch harder. We just need to figure something out.
What the fuck are they saying?
How do we figure out what they're saying? Because they only speak in metaphor. It's oh man, Darmok and Gelada Tanagra. To find a blue door.
The Inner Light. I don't know if that's a great beginner episode though.
What's the Inner Light?
Picard lives a whole life as someone else on another planet. There's some weird probe thing that like sends a beam into his brain.
Oh, yeah, that might not be a good beginner. Yeah, I'm with you. I can be with you on that.
Yes, it's the one with the flute.
I'm sorry. I love, like, see, that's the thing about Star Trek The Next Generation is, like, you know, interplanetary travel, spaceships, lasers, robots. That's the one with the flute.
This is a good show.
I know, but it was just like, just saying, yes, that's the one with the flute, like, just tickled me in a very real way.
They didn't need to fly around shooting everything to have a good story.
I know, I love it.
You know what's another nice, kind of relatively subdued episode?
What?
They reference the flute, where Picard gets into a relationship with, like, the new astrophysicist on board.
Okay.
They start dating, and he shows her his flute. Hey,
babe.
But it's like this whole ethical thing, like the captain's dating one of the personnel.
Oh, sure.
I can't remember what that one's called, but it's nothing epic happens in it. It's an episode about Picard. Hey, has some nice dates with a woman.
And then, right? It's just about like the relationship of a commander and who they're commanding. Yeah. Hey, baby, check out my flute. Can I not take that? There we go.
So there's a ton of good TNG episodes out there, and Generations is crap. Don't take that as a good example of what TNG is. None of the movies.
right?
None of the movies.
Don't take that as canon, right?
None of the movies are representative of what that show was.
Oh, we're starting to chug a little. We're starting to get some. We're starting to get some frame rate. We are starting.
What's the episode with Picard Day when the kids make Picard dolls? That was the disaster episode where like there was a problem and the ship was crippled and Picard was stranded in the elevator with the kids and there was something horrible going on like different parts of the ship because they're just trying to figure out what the fuck happened and how to fix it.
Oh, yeah, I remember Picard and the kids. I don't remember the dolls.
Well, they just did. That was Picard Day. They did like drawings of him and whatnot.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
He was very uncomfortable with it.
As he should be. He does not care for children.
Is it just called Disaster?
Yeah.
That's. I guess it's an adequate name. It's an accurate name.
Ooh, our frame rate is dropping.
Yeah. What is going on there?
I don't know, and I'm not a big fan of it. I'll tell you what.
I'd say restart the game, but then you're going to lose your progress.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to restart the game unless it gets really bad. But
Interesting. I have not had this happen.
well, and of course, games react differently as far as OBS is concerned. Let's see if sometimes the robot does the Macarena. Nope. Ugh. I think we just need to wait for this level to get over with. Oh God, this is gonna be hard to play. Actually.
Yeah.
Hold on. Well, let's go to full options here. Let's just drop. Yeah, let's drop that down. Let's drop that down to 720, and see if that helps. Whoa! Oh, come on.
What about that shitty episode with Wesley playing a video game and having a boner for a crew member? That crew member was a far better character than Wesley was, and I'm sorry she didn't show up more.
Right. Oh.
Oh, you didn't notice that?
I didn't know there was a gender slider.
Play around with it. Yeah.
I think that sounds more like me. Is that one? That probably sounds the most like me. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh no, Rich. This is a real issue here.
You might have to do a restart.
Oh, and I don't think I'm having a particularly good run or anything. It's
just close out the game and restart it, Jack.
Oh no. Well, you know what? We'll just go to death. We'll see if I can. We'll see. Back in the day, trying to watch scrambled porn. If you time it just right, you can see something.
I am Chester, says Jack and Rich.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on why they don't make many deep, contemplative sci-fi movies anymore, or even space opera stuff outside of Marvel Star Wars? Also, Rich, have you seen The Thing? I've not seen The Thing yet. I'm sorry.
Maybe you missed out on Arrival. Nominated for Best Picture last year. Slow, contemplative, big, heady sci-fi that was awesome.
And you say not much space opera stuff outside of Marvel/Star Wars. You do realize Marvel/Star Wars now accounts for half of all movies released, right?
Look at this. Look at this, everybody. Oh, God. This
oh,
is
my
awful.
God.
This is awful. You are seeing this in real time. I'm just gonna go until I die. No, I can't. I can't because.
Just quit the whole game out.
Yeah.
And restart it.
Ugh, that's upsetting. That's upsetting. This is that part was absolutely unplayable. That's actually really upsetting. But we are also streaming. And that OBS and gaming sometimes can cause a problem. I've had no problems at home. I have a very nice gaming PC though.
Yeah.
This is a very nice gaming PC.
Yeah, it is.
But OBS.
It is.
But OBS. We're gonna try again. But listen, Arrival was great, and like Rich said, like it's funny how you're like, besides all of these things, we have none of this thing. But I mean, like, besides all of these things, Rich.
What was the last slow science fiction movie before Arrival?
Slow science fiction?
There wasn't an action movie. Anything in between Arrival and Contact?
Oh, I'm sure.
That wasn't an action or a horror.
Yeah, Gravity.
Gravity.
You saw Gravity?
All right. Yeah, well, that barely falls into science fiction, you know.
They were
They were
incredibly accurate with their
wait.
science
That's
fiction.
not science fiction. That's just science. That's like, what if there was a disaster on the space station?
Right.
With the space,
It was science
that's
fiction.
not.
It was a fictional situation that was based on science, on what we think would accurately happen based on scientific evidence. That's science fiction. It doesn't. We're not talking. It doesn't need aliens.
Was any movie that involved like a car in like the 19 teens a science fiction movie?
Hey. Adam Egley, Moon. Ex Machina. Oh, you guys are great. Children of Men. These are all fantastic movies.
Ex Machina. Okay. I wasn't saying Jack was wrong. I was just trying to list them. Trying to figure out when was the last.
Jack, look at this. Jack is so wrong. Jack is technically. I am technically, just because it doesn't have aliens or it doesn't take place on another planet. That Gravity counts as science fiction.
No, it does not.
Gravity
Jack
counts as science fiction.
100% wrong.
It counts. I am technically correct. Ooh, District 9, The Martian. See, but then The Martian, by your standards, wouldn't count as science fiction either, right?
Has anyone been to Mars?
No, but it's
like, barely science fiction, maybe.
No, I think you guys are crazy.
You need more than just there's space.
I don't think you do.
You need an extrapolation of what science might bring us in the future.
We can just disagree on this.
What could be possible through science, but is not yet.
I think District 9, Elysium, Serenity.
So basically, these slow science fiction movies are all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and like some of them, like they were saying, like Elysium is more like space action stuff. Mm-hmm. Serenity is space action stuff. But I guess like the point that the chat is making, but like Moon is a great example of a slow burn atmospheric science fiction. You saw Moon?
No, I have not.
You should see Moon.
I don't. Bizarrely enough, I don't see that many movies these days. I know it's weird.
The science needs to be fictional.
Like if Gravity is sci-fi because that involves science, is the Stephen Hawking's biopic, is that science fiction in your book, Jack?
Well, that's a biopic. That's a whole different thing. Like I said,
but he does science, Jack.
If you consider The Martian sci-fi, I think you'll have to also consider Gravity to be sci-fi.
No,
The Martian is
we
just
haven't actually done the things.
But that's just a
The Martian.
tiny step ahead of where we are scientifically. In Gravity,
that tiny step is enough for it to be science fiction.
This, you know what? This might be splitting hairs. But I guess I considered Gravity to be a science fiction, as they were dealing with a fictional situation. using the best known science. Like no one has ever been stuck outside for that long of a period of time, and so it is theoretical science, right?
Jesus Christ.
I'm splitting hairs.
Next, you're gonna tell me that like Commando was science fiction.
At the time.
Technically, you could do these things. Hey,
Listen,
hey,
no, I understand.
the physics of the bullets. And
I understand that to be science fiction in general, like we need a space thing, or we need an alien thing, or we need a technology thing, right? There we go. Now we're running smooth.
yeah, but it needs to be a technology we don't have yet. Rich is fucking fascist in the way he defines genre. No, I just like definitions of words to mean something.
Well, and I think this is an important distinction, as all of us who do like sci-fi, where it's like what counts, And I think I might be being a little. I think both Rich and I are being a little hyper picky because it's all it's all gray areas, but.
Rich Lunkhead, it's called hard sci-fi. No, that would be The Martian. The Martian would be hard sci-fi. Gravity would just be science. A fictional story
Gravity would be
that uses pre-existing science.
So it's not science fiction; it's fictional science.
Hard science is very plausible science.
Okay.
Then you get something like Star Trek, where, they're pulling shit out of their ass. The inertial dampeners.
Sure, but it's
Heisenberg compensator. That's soft science fiction.
But that's a science fiction that still has their science rules. Like they have rules based off of their
Yeah, but
fake
it's not,
science.
it's not hard science, though.
Right. Oh no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just trying to hammer down the definitions. As far as like the difference between that and something that's more fantasy like a Star Wars, which is still technically science fiction, even though it's more fantasy.
Where does science fantasy come in? Star Wars. You got wizards and magic.
Right. And well, that's the difference. Is like in Star Trek, they go over the fictional science.
Yeah.
It's fictional science, but it's consistent rules. In Star Wars, the rules aren't consistent because there are no rules because it's fantasy.
They're not important.
Right.
The science fiction aspects of Star Wars are unimportant. Use the Force.
Right. And use the Force and some bullshit.
Get into a laser battle. That's what's important, Luke. It's the laser battle. We don't care how those laser battles work. Or what the fuck is in a lightsaber? None of that's important. Blade Runner 2049 is a work of pure fiction. Well, 2049 is... There's a label for it, like retro sci-fi.
Okay.
Like the Atari ads. When they made Blade Runner, an Atari ad floating around was plausible.
Right. I'm with you.
Now it's outdated.
But they want to keep it consistent in the universe.
So that's got a name. It's like retro sci-fi.
Sure.
Like the resolution on like the text on your computer monitors and the original, like you'd have HD and touch screens now.
Right.
So it's an outdated speculation on what the future's gonna look like, and that's got a name. I forget what it is. It's like retro sci-fi or something.
Okay. All right. Right, like what they're doing with all of the, or what I'm sure they're going to do with Alien Covenant, and like what they did with Alien
Isolation.
Yeah. Where they still have the old like 8-track players.
Right.
To keep it consistent with their futuristic universe. Shit.
Retro sci-fi sounds like apologism. It's neat. Retro
Yeah.
sci-fi can be fun. Somebody wants to make a cheesy Flash Gordon movie that's actually got like rocket-shaped ships with like rocket trails flying around.
Yeah, that could be
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what that is? Fun. Fuck. Where? Ah, there it is.
All your antennas have like hoops floating around them. All right, where are we at?
Where we at?
Rewind Shock says. Alright, message about this being a split up tip. Says, I've seen things you hack frauds wouldn't believe. Grandma's house on fire off the shoulder of Milwaukee. I watched Pizza Bears glitter in the dark near the Showbiz Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like AIDS in the rain.
Oh, that's
Time
your,
to die.
That's your audition for
Yeah.
Blade Runner. I get it.
Please read in Rutger Hauer voice. Well, you shouldn't have put that at the end.
It's-
And secondly, I don't have a Rutger Hauer impersonation.
I'm trying to even think of what Rutger Hauer's voice is.
Praise Dad Son Bro says, here's to another rainy day in Milwaukee. I love watching you fuckface hack frauds play video games. Keep it up.
You fuckface hack frauds. Shit! Just the keyboard. We don't need that. I can type in all W's, S's, and D's.
Shagglehide 1897 says, thank you for indulging my nonsense, Rich and Jack.
Nonsense.
You guys are the best. I tweeted the flyer at you guys a few days ago if you're curious. I know you're not. P.S. It's just a digital flyer for the band thing.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
Uncanny Banani says, Mr. Rich Evans, are you the prop master of RLM? I work on and deal with props a lot, but there is no official prop master designation.
If it would belong to anyone, it would belong to you. Well,
It's
wait.
just if we need something built, usually Mike and Jay are going to be too busy editing to work on that shit.
Right. And Rich knows his way around a tool bench.
Urban Crisis says, Rich, I'm sure you've answered this before, but what is your favorite episode of TNG? Mine is Season 3, Episode 2, The Ensigns of Command. Who watches The Watchers? It's the best. The best of the best. It's the episode. I should say what it is, because people don't necessarily know. They don't watch TNG. They're observing a primitive culture that knows nothing of space travel or aliens. They're walking around with their carts and their bows and arrows.
Yeah, they're not cave people primitive, but they're like,
Yeah.
old agricultural primitive.
And the little bunker that Starfleet's kind of hiding in to observe these people has a malfunction, and these primitive people see this like futuristic space base materialize before their eyes briefly. And so because they see Captain Picard, walking around the Enterprise, they start to think that Captain Picard is God.
Well, and one of the primitive people gets injured.
Yeah.
And they decide to beam that primitive person up to the Enterprise to cure their wounds. And so they then return, they get a vision of Picard.
Yeah.
And they return to their home planet, all of their wounds completely cured.
It's like, Picard brought me back from the dead.
So Picard must be
He
God.
must be God.
Yep.
And Picard's dealing with this conundrum. He doesn't want people worship. He doesn't want to instill a false belief in nonsense. And he's got to deal with this problem. And it's a fantastic episode.
That it is. Because, they're not supposed to reveal themselves to primitive people.
Prime directive.
Prime directive. But by not revealing themselves, I mean, like the interjection was also a mistake, right? Like,
No, they shouldn't have done it.
they should not have done that.
Picard
either.
was against it.
Right.
Somebody, I think, Crusher
Oh, Crusher.
took it upon herself to beam this wounded alien up. Fucking Crusher, right?
Fucking Crusher. You're not supposed to do that. But of course, in Crusher's defense,
Pulaski wouldn't have done that shit.
in Crusher's defense, it was their technology that caused the problem.
Yeah.
And so Crusher said, "We caused this person to get injured. We need to fix that." Crusher. But oh no, it's a great episode about, and you know, like, and a lot of it just has to do with like belief structure and religious themes, because like they then start praying to Picard, and when Picard doesn't answer him, because of course he can't, he's on the ship, they start to interpret what Picard wants, and it goes down this dark path really fucking quickly. It's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's a great episode.
It's a great little allegory for. Okay, are you gonna? No, you do the. You're doing the martini shaker again. I got a lot of Macarenas my first time. The robot does the Macarena.
VR77 says, "Hey guys, wondering if either of you are fans of alternate history, Fatherland, most highly recommended, Man in the High Castle, etc. Carry on, you magnificent bastards."
I really enjoyed season 1 of Man in the High Castle, and then it took too long for them to make season 2, so I completely forgot who all the characters were and what they were doing. So then in watching season 2 of Man in the High Castle, I forgot everything, and I didn't feel like going back to rewatching season 1.
My problem with Man in the High Castle was every single character was unlikable.
Yeah. Well, that's part of what I liked about it, is like, oh, good, everybody's an asshole.
It was an interesting concept, though, and I have nothing against the idea of an alternate history story.
Mm. What? What?
Wait, what was that? Did you find some kind of Easter egg? Was that in the game?
That was in the game. What happened? Huh.
You may have found some kind of Easter egg.
I get...
Did you accidentally click, like, the use button on that robot?
No, I don't think so. You guys heard that too, right?
Can someone make that a clip?
Yeah, make that a clip. Anyone can make like a 30-second clip.
Oh, anyone can?
Yeah, anyone. Well, like, but only 30 seconds.
Okay.
Someone make a clip of that and give that a little WTF, because what was that? I just want to hear what he said, if we can. We were gibbering over it, but I think, did the robot say something?
I'm assuming it was the robot. I have no idea what happened.
How strange. How very strange.
Anonymous says, Blade Runner has 7 murders and 2 rapes. The first 2 hours of TNG has 0 murders and 0 rapes. How's that for exciting? Also, congratulations for getting the lead in Blade Runner, Rich. It's gonna be great. Like, somebody's gonna have to explain to me why the Blade Runner is not boring.
Yeah, it's all the reasons why you want to like it, and it's visually striking. It's not boring because it's interesting themes and a mystery, and it's a cool world, and so you get to see all the technology shown to us.
Interesting themes, but all I remember is like half an hour of Harrison Ford zooming into a Polaroid.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Right.
Enhance.
But what that gives us is it's this retro tech. It's like interesting tech to look at, and he is doing something.
And then he goes and talks to someone.
And then he sexually assaults someone. Right. It's a whole big thing. It's the themes, the world, and the cinematography is the only,
Look, I totally get the style of Blade Runner.
Yeah.
It's a fine movie to take visual inspiration from.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it deals with the subject matter in any kind of interesting way, though.
Well, it doesn't really deal with the subject matter. It just lays it all out there. It does not give you
So it just masturbates over its style for
no,
2
no,
hours.
but it allows.
Yes, it's so atmospheric. Oh,
And you know what? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to regret it as soon as I say it. It lets the audience come up with their own
this
interpretations.
slow, boring conversation is so atmospheric.
It is. It is, Rich.
Oh, I fucking hate it.
It's great.
I have tried like 4 different times in my life to watch The Blade Runner. I've tried to like that movie, and I can't do it.
And you know what? I can be with you, Rich. I can be with you.
I have never
But-
made it through a full viewing of Blade Runner. Not once.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, and I can't not love it. I love it, and I can't not love it.
Which version? Well, the first couple of times I tried, there were no other versions, so it would be the theatrical cut. When the director's version came out, I think I tried watching that, no go, and then there was like the 4th director's cut, no go. I do not like that movie. I'm sorry. It's beautiful.
And Rich, I will not push you on the Blade Runner.
It's a great setting. I wish they did something with it.
It's such a good setting.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
It gets full credit for that.
Ah!
If they had done something with it, it wouldn't be Blade Runner. Then Blade Runner is a shitty, boring movie. I'm sorry.
No, it's not that either. Listen, it's not often where a movie where the audience brings their own interpretation is a good thing. In fact, it's very rare that that is a good thing, but Blade Runner is the exception to the rule. Because it's dealing with themes of humanity and what makes us human, it is up to the audience to make their own decision.
Baba Yaga Lala says, thanks for all the hour of entertainment. Vanquish coming out the day I'll be back from a vacation to Japan. Can't wait for the extravaganza stream. That's Sunday too, right? Isn't it? Is it coming out on a Sunday?
I have no idea. I have no idea, Rich.
All right. Shagahad 1897 says, "Hey Rich, are any of you guys big fans of the newer Battlestar Galactica series? Thanks again."
Yeah, I liked it. I dug it.
I heard the end was crap. I never started watching it because of that. Like, it's gonna be a letdown.
The end was
why get invested?
because all the rest of it is so good. The end, the very ending, like the way they wrap it up, is total crap.
Yeah.
Everything leading up to that, though, is very good. It's a very good show. Besides the ending, which I'll agree is total garbage.
Deckard is a replicant who overcame his limitation. You don't even know that he's a replicant. All you have are implications.
Bring your own interpretation.
Take that. Bring your own interpretation and shove it straight up your ass.
It's one of the few times that works, and I will not shove it up my own ass, as I don't think that would be very comfortable. I heard that. There you are.
Will you give Blade Runner the final cut another shot? If Jack gives Farscape another shot? I've given Blade Runner like 4 or 5 chances throughout my life. And quite frankly, I don't care if Jack gives Farscape another shot.
No, and Rich does not have to watch Blade Runner if he doesn't want to. I respect Rich's taste enough not to force him to watch Blade Runner, even though I disagree with him.
Rich is really mad that people like a movie. I'm mad that people can't deal with the fact that I don't. That's what I get mad about.
It's surprising. It's surprising, and you've admitted that it's surprising because of all of its
The elements are there.
right. So it's like you can't be shocked that people are shocked because you understand why they are.
Harrison Ford in his prime.
Yeah.
What was the Ridley Scott before Prometheus?
Oh yeah.
Sean Young, Rutger Hauer, Daryl Hannah, some fine talent.
Oh yeah.
Some fine fucking talent in that movie. That you have that great setting. These philosophical themes of what is human, and it just doesn't work. You throw it together in a pot, it doesn't work. You throw it in a pot, you just have Harrison Ford mope around for 2 hours. That's what you do.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
Sounds great. That looks interesting. Oh, that's a teleporter. We know we don't like that. Let's see what this guy does. That might be a jetpack.
You know, I don't like it as a game, but I think Soma handled that subject matter far better.
Soma?
Soma.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Soma was great from a story perspective. Is Blade Runner hard sci-fi? No.
No, Blade Runner is not hard sci-fi.
There is no conceivable design for a flying car. That alone, the flying car alone, knocks Blade Runner out of the hard sci-fi contention, let alone your androids. Hard sci-fi goes out of its way to not violate known science. Like, if you're going to have a flying car in a hard sci-fi movie, it has to be based on some actual scientific principles that are floating around, and yes, it's very conceivable we will have this device sometime in the future.
Like some sort of quadcopter-esque
Right.
helicopter. Like, where it's like, oh, yeah, I can see that the technology exists kind of now to apply that to some sort
yeah,
of...
we could have quadcopters.
Quadcopter cars, right, you're right. Some sort of, like, self-flying quadcopter cars, right. So, yeah, you know what? Someone just rewatched our first 4 hours of Soma today and was yelling at us for not liking it. And I was equally snarky back to them, and they were yelling at us for not liking the story. And I was like, no, in fact, both Rich and I said, this would be a great story.
As a story.
That was, in fact, our big complaint, was we were interested in the story, but the game sucked.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to read this story, just not play it, because the playing part was boring.
Did they even comprehend the things you were saying?
No. It was...
Gattaca is hard sci-fi then? What all happens in Gattaca?
Ooh, I think Gattaca's about cloning. So, yeah.
It could
be. I've never seen Gattaca.
It could be.
Lisa loves the Gattaca, though. She's a sci-fi person, too. She loves Gattaca. Or maybe that's just because of Ethan Hawke. Where? Ah.
Like I think The Martian counts as hard science, with
Sure.
with the exception of the actual storm that gets him stranded there in the first place.
Oh, yeah?
That is scientifically impossible. Mars is too thin an atmosphere.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
But I know when he wrote that book, that book was like slowly written for free on the web, like chapters at a time, and people were giving him feedback, and he was changing things as he went to be more scientifically accurate.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun. I did not know that.
He didn't originally charge for it. I think he had to charge for it eventually, or they wouldn't put it on like Amazon or wherever it was. Like people wanted a ebook version.
Oh, okay.
And in order to get an ebook version, he had to charge people for it. And they started buying it like crazy.
Oh, of course.
It was originally available for like free.
You know, well, the guy who wrote Wool also did that. He would write chapters for free and give them out for free. And Wool became an international phenomenon. Is this a thing that happens? Like authors just write stuff for free?
I'm assuming. I just know that's how The Martian came about.
What a great world.
Yeah, he charged $1, the minimum.
He charged $1 for the ebook?
Because he had to charge for it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
The removal of the narration was an enormous improvement, in my opinion. I can only assume you're talking about the Blade Runner. And I don't know what. Now it's just a quiet, boring movie.
Yeah, by the way, I also enjoyed that.
And you lose a lot of that old hard-boiled noir feel. Not that it was especially great voiceover anyway, but I don't see what you actually gained.
More questions. You gained more mystery. Yoink. Oh, fuck.